Okay, so a brief tutorial for you on how to use the Yoast SEO all-in-one plugin for WordPress, and it's by an author called Yoast, or Yoast Van Dyke. So I will post a link below this video for you to check it out. So in this video I'm not going to go through all the dashboard settings because for starters everything down here is pretty much good to go out of the box. What we want to focus on right now is how to use this on your posts. So because I've just installed this on this site, you can see over here I've got all these grey little circles. We'll come back to these later. I've got SEO titles, meta descriptions and focus keywords. So these items have all been added to my post page since I installed this plugin. So we'll come back after we've played with a blog post and see what happens. So I'm just going to click edit on one of the blog posts that I want to go in and do this for. And you can see if you scroll down to beneath your content, you can see now that we have a box called WordPress SEO by Yoast. So that's the name of the plugin, and this is how we configure the bits and pieces for the SEO on our page. So I should mention again, I'm not proclaiming myself to be an SEO expert. I am showing you how you can use this plugin. You will know the best keywords and the best SEO titles and things to use for your audience. You'll know the things that they're searching for, and this is very much about getting into the mindset of the people who you want to see your blog posts. So think about what they'd be searching for and what searches you'd like this to be coming up underneath. So I'm going to click in here. The good thing about Yoast is these little question marks are really, really helpful. So focus keyword, if I'm not sure what that is, I can click here and it says pick the main keyword or key phrase that this post or page is about. Read this post for more info. If you click that link, it's going to open up a really informative post that tells you all about how to choose the focus keyword and what it is and how it works for you. So make sure that you go and have a look at that. I'm just going to click back because I want to continue working in my blog post. So my focus keyword, this post that we're looking at right now is about configuring your permalinks inside WordPress. So I'm going to call this WordPress Permalinks. And I can see here, or you probably saw as I was typing, that a whole list of options came up as I was typing. So it's going to guess, if I take out some bits and pieces, you can see these are coming up with the most popular things that people are looking for in Google to do with what I've typed so far. So I want to be specific enough as I can be without overkill, because I don't want to go too niche or I'm going to rule out all my audience. So WordPress Permalinks is what I'm going to choose for my focus keyword. Now my SEO title, it's automatically pulling up the title that I've typed in here and the name of my website. You can change this here and you can see as soon as I click out of that box, it's telling me my focus keyword was found in, and it's giving me a list of things all saying no right now. So article heading no, page title no, page URL no, content no, meta description no. So that gives me action points. And it's worth noting that on this next tab, page analysis, it's going to give me very specific action points. So I'm not going to be worrying about this too much right now. But down here, I'm going to change my SEO title so that this Google excerpt, this is what your blog post is showing up as in Google right now. And we have control of that through using this plugin. So I'm going to change the title, and you can see if you watch this blue title, as I type in here, it's going to update live. So pretty up those permalinks. I want to include WordPress permalinks, so I'm going to call it pretty up your WordPress permalinks. I'm not going to include my name because that's not particularly relevant to people aren't searching for me to tell them about the WordPress permalinks. They're just searching for information about permalinks, for example. The meta description is pulling currently, again, the first opening section of the blog post. So you can see here that it's literally pulling, it's pulling that first line. You know those little things that can help you look like you know your stuff when it comes to your online home. So it's pulling that there. It's too long at the moment, so I'm going to, it's being cut off. It's not really changing anything. So I'm going to change that meta description. Again, you'll see it update live here. Customize your your WordPress permalinks to make your site look pro. Okay. read this post to find out how. Easy peasy. So that shows me how I'm going to show up in Google. This isn't a very good example of exactly what to write, but I'm just showing you how it works right now. This is worth noting that this can be updated at any point. So although we might figure this out in some way now, you can test it, see how it works, and come back to it. Immediately after we filled in these two boxes, you can see that here I've got yes next to page title because it's coming up with WordPress Permalinks in my page title, and it's also coming up in my meta description now. So I want to look back through here. I can see article heading no, page URL no, content no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take action on those points. Before I do, I'm going to click update. It's very important that you click update on this, otherwise it does not save your changes. And note over here, SEO yellow. You'll recognize those. There was a little grey circle here before. Now there's a little yellow one, so it's telling me that it's a traffic light system. Red means no, it's rubbish, and it gets better and better through that. So if I come down here now and click on page analysis, it gives me a whole list of traffic light bits and pieces to tell me exactly what it is that is stopping me from getting a green light on my SEO. So the first one, the red one, the keyword doesn't appear in the first paragraph of the copy. Make sure the topic is clear immediately. So I'm going to have a look at my copy and decide if I want to improve that, if I want to update that. So you know those little things that can help you look like you know your stuff when it comes to your online home. Let's go make one happen right now. I could add in here WordPress Permalinks, just for example. And that is going to update it's going to update. It's updated live now, which isn't ideal, but it's okay. So you can see that I've got WordPress Permalinks in my content now, which is cool. Page analysis, that red has gone. So I've got no more red now. My SEO button up here is displaying as green. That's fantastic. A green button is amazing. A yellow one is fine because sometimes, like this, I don't particularly want to have WordPress Permalinks plonked up there like that. It has no relevance. So I might settle for a yellow on this post if that doesn't fit anywhere. I'll decide on that later, but that's how to make that work. So if I wanted to, I could go into more detail and change bits and pieces. And what I'm going to do up here, another good thing to note, is my permalink is, I can edit this, which is funny, we're talking about permalinks, but your permalink is your URL to that specific blog post. So right now, mine is laurahusson.com/pretty-permalinks. These get set by default when you write your blog post. So I'm going to change this to WordPress Permalinks. So my URL is now laurahusson.com WordPress-permalinks. So I'm going to update it. And then if I go back down here, I can see that I've got loads of green things now. So I've got my page title, I've got my page URL, my content, and my meta description. So this is really, really good. And you can see how quickly that I've done that, and it hasn't been very taxing. For my own purposes, I'm going to take that out right now because I don't want it in there. And I'm going to update, which is going to change this back to yellow, I imagine. Oh, it's still got green because I've got enough items ticked off the list to keep it green. So that is really, really good. It's saying I haven't got any mention of my keyword in my content. So if I wanted to, it doesn't have to be in that opening paragraph. It could be somewhere else. Great job. Now your WordPress permalinks are looking pro. So by updating this, I'm going to have WordPress permalinks inside my copy, which is going to give me another yes in that section below. So that's great. So remember, I can tab across. It's not going to be tabbable until I click update. It won't show me anything. And I've updated my changes, which is great. So if I click back to all posts quickly, you will see that this first one now has a green traffic light here. And I've got the meta description here and everything at quick glance. So you can go through all your blog posts. You can go through one at a time. You can update. If you get in the habit of going through this process as you write a blog post, it becomes second nature. It's something that you just do as you write your content. I hope this is helpful. I am happy to answer questions. You can @ me on Twitter at laurahusson_, or you can find me on Facebook. I am facebook.com/laurahusson.com, all words, not a full stop. And you can drop me an email to laura@laurahusson.com. So good luck, go and install your plugin if you haven't already, and hopefully this has helped you get your head around how to make the most of your SEO plugin by Yoast.